Hey, you know who's dumb? Other people.
Yeah, man, other people are the dumbest.
You know, I accidentally swallowed a pen cap today.
I think I got my shirt on wrong. Hey everyone, Trace and Anthony here for D News, and science has finally figured out why the really dumb humans believe that they're smarter than the smartest ones. And they did it by asking criminals.
That's right, a study in the British Journal of Social Psychology surveyed prisoners in England, and the prisoners believe themselves to be more moral than you. Us. Everyone. Kinder than us, more self-controlled, more compassionate, generous, dependable, trustworthy, honest. Basically, we suck in comparison to these guys.
Except in one area, being law-abiding. They were kind enough to generously admit their criminality.
Okay.
But overall, this isn't exactly a surprising result, right? Studies done throughout the field of psychology have found people tend to exaggerate characteristics in themselves. They call it the better than average effect, because, you know, nobody wants to be average.
No. A professor at the University of Southampton wanted to confirm the possibility that maybe everyone studied really was just better than average. Right. Mathematically, yeah, it's a possibility. Awesome. And what better way than to find a bunch of criminals convicted of violence and robbery and ask them. Surely they would not think that they were better than average at moral things. But of course they do.
Yeah, they do. The findings actually confirm we all think that we're better than everyone else. Another study from Cornell believes that this better than average effect is especially pronounced in the uneducated or unskilled in the topic that they're discussing.
The researchers took people who tested into the 12th percentile on grammar, logic, and humor and asked them to rate themselves on the same topics, and they rated themselves in the 62nd percentile. So they thought that they outscored 62% of participants when in reality it was much, much lower.
The smarty pants over there at Cornell believed that this had to do with what they called a dual burden. Not only were these people not as adept at the tests, but they also didn't have the smarts to realize it. They literally wrote the words "ignorance is bliss" into their paper.
Their ignorance was not permanent, though. After taking a short logic and reasoning class, these same people were shown their answers, and they readily admitted their previous incompetence.
So the fix for incompetence is competence? That's weird. I found another study from the University of Washington that called out the limits to the better than average effect. So for example, what if I were to build a nuclear power plant?
As your friend, I would back you, but I think it's horribly ill-advised.
Exactly. No frickin' way could I do that. So our brains are programmed to somehow protect our motivational interests to a point. It's self-reinforcement.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, the optimism bias, right? So if we didn't think we could do better things than we were capable of, why would we even get out of bed, right? But it makes sense for telling jokes or understanding basic logic. Isn't it comforting that at some point we're just like, screw it. There's no way I can do that. Eventually our brain has to be like, no, which makes sense for the prisoner study because they have to believe they're going to be better, otherwise they wouldn't be rehabilitated when they were released.
Exactly, so what do you think, guys? We've got a whole comment thread down there just waiting for you, so thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and we will see you dummies later.